Hello everyone, my name is Nagamalika. I am studying second BTech in Vishnu Institute of Technology. Today in this video, I am going to answer some of the Node.js interview questions, and let me show you the questions and answer all those questions. These are the Node.js interview questions for this video. Now let me answer one by one. The first question: what is a Node.js and how does it differ from the other server-side technologies like Apache or PHP? Node.js is a platform for open source JavaScript runtime environment. It runs only on the single thread. It not it will not make the new threads for new requests. Whereas Apache is a web server, use it for multi-programming. It also includes a PHP language, and it has a multi-thread programming. And whereas PHP is itself a programming language. This is a difference between the Node.js and Apache or PHP. The next question is, what is the callback function in Node.js and why are they commonly used in the asynchronous programming? Now let me first tell you what is a callback function. The callback function is nothing but giving a function as a parameter of to the another function is known as the callback function. Why are they commonly used in the asynchronous programming means whenever the function is performing an operation, it can also simultaneously perform another operation using the callback function without waiting for the operation to complete. So the callback function is mainly used in this asynchronous programming language. Next, the third question is, what is the purpose of package.json file in Node.js project? Can you explain the key properties found in this file? The purpose of the package.json file is the main component in the Node.js project because it manages the dependencies, scripts, keywords, etc. And the key properties found in this file are name, version, keywords, scripts, dependencies, and you may also see repository. If you have a GitHub account, then the repository can contain the URL of the GitHub. In that way, these are the properties you can find in this file. The fourth question is, what is the difference between the require and import statements in Node.js? When and why would you use one over the other? The difference between the require and import statements. Both the require and import statements include the modules in the Node.js project. But whereas both are different from both belongs to different modules. That means require belongs to the common JS module, whereas import belongs to the uh, ES modules. When and why would you use one over the other? Require is used wherever you can want in the code, but whereas import cannot be used in the functions and conditionals. It should be used at the top level. And require is used for older codes and Node.js specified projects, whereas import can be used for the new projects. The fifth question is, what is the middleware in the context of Express.js? Can you give an example of how you would use middleware in an Express application? Middleware contains three parameters: request, response, and next. It can access three parameters, that is response objects, request objects, and accessing the next middleware functions. It can also access the response request cycle. Whenever the next parameter is absent, it cannot go to the next middleware functions. And how give an example of how for this answer is first, initially you need to set up a project and install all the dependencies, and simple basic Express application middleware is to be written, and after that you need to define some routes. Then after starting the server, your basic middleware can be implemented. Next, the sixth question is, what is RESTful APIs and how can you create one using the Node.js and Express.js? Explain the main HTTP methods used in the RESTful APIs. Firstly, let me tell you what is a RESTful API. The RESTful API means representational state transfer APIs. These are used for architectural styling the networked networked connections, like it designs the networking connections. It is an architectural styling for designing the networking connections. And how can you create one using Node.js? It can be created by RESTful APIs can be created by installing all the dependencies, and creating a middleware and creating an express code, and starting it. RESTful APIs, and the other point is RESTful APIs have to perform with the HTTPS requests, like performing on resources using the CRUD operations like create, read, update, and delete. The main HTTP methods used in the RESTful APIs are get, post, put, etc. Get method is used to retrieve the data from the server, whereas post method is used to send the data to the server to get the new resources. And that is about the RESTful APIs. What is the purpose of Node Package Manager (NPM)? Node Package Manager means which manages the packages in the node, and how do you use it in the managing dependencies in a Node.js project. In Node.js project, how do you manage it? Okay, how do you use it to manage the dependencies? It can You can install the packages and install the dependencies and save to the developer dependencies, and you can save to the JSON package, the JSON file, or otherwise you can remove the dependencies, or you can update the dependencies. In this way you can manage the dependencies in Node.js package project. Why is it important to hash the passwords in the web application? It is important to hash the passwords because it should provide the security for the users, and it should enhance the security for the users. That means whenever you hash a password, the real password cannot be visible, and it provides a great security for the web application. It is a very most important thing to do in any web application. That's it. I have answered the interview questions. Thank you and have a nice day.